What is going on, guys? How's it going today? My name is Scapenomics, and welcome back to another flipping and money-making live stream here today. Guys, I hope you are excited. Happy Friday today. Currently, we're going to be working with a 1.63 billion GP cash stack. Boys, the cash stack is getting quite large. We're going to be at that max cash in absolutely no time. It's only a little bit over 2 bill, so probably early 2021, we're coming up on that max cash. So welcome everybody to the stream today. Be sure to drop a like if you are enjoying it. Be sure to give us a follow over on Twitch as well. Not too much to say besides that. It's good to see everybody here today, and thank you guys for tuning in. We have Lawinteg, Jordan Savage, Sora, CL9 Ant, and Citizen23 popped in earlier and just said what's up. We have Jesus at work as well. Good to see you guys today. Be sure to drop a like if you do enjoy the stream, and let's get after it. Now, just because someone came in here and said the Amulet of Fury was really good, we're going to just hit that right off the bat today, guys. And, you know, typically the Amulet of Fury, let me get my chair adjusted here, is not something that I flip most of the time on these streams, as it's kind of like a lower cash stack item, but if it's got a good margin, I am definitely down to do it. And let me know what you guys have had luck flipping today as well. And thank you guys for tuning in today. We're going to get after it on this Friday session. Really bad margin on the Fury, so we're going to stay away from that, unfortunately. But there is plenty of opportunities today. We just have to find them. And let's go ahead and do the primordial boots next. I want to try to do a few primordial boots here today. Also, guys, we do have a nice little beer we're going to get into in about 10 minutes or so. And I want to let the stream pop up, let more people pile in here, but we will get into it today. Sora says rip on the Fury. It's not a problem, man. Sometimes, like, those big margins on Furies only last, like, a couple minutes. So, I'm glad that you were able to flip it and you got a good margin on it, but today we did not get any luck on that. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and list a few of the primordial boots here today. We'll just go ahead and list 10 for now. That way we have a little bit more cash on hand to do some other stuff. Also, let's go ahead and check the Jordizzy. The Jordizzy's been doing a couple funky things price-wise. It's been fluctuating up and down a fair bit this past week. So I think there might be some opportunity capitalizing on it in the short term here today. And it looks like that actually will be the case. We're going to try to flip a few of these here today. Hopefully make a good bit of money off of it. We have 4 of them listed, but we might cut back on that just a little bit because that's actually a lot of our cash stack in that flip. So we just got to keep that in mind. Also, we're going to do the Dragonfire Shield next as well. Really cheap, simple flip, and they're currently 3.5 million. Extremely cheap. Honestly, in the long term, I would not be surprised to see Dragonfire Shields go sub 1 mil, but we're not there quite yet, of course. Anyway, guys, welcome to the stream today on this lovely Friday evening. I'm your host with the most, Scapenomics, and welcome back to another flipping and money-making stream. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm glad you guys are here. Let's make some profit today, and thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to drop a like, and let me know if you've had any luck flipping some items today. I've heard there's a lot of items that are crashing down in price right now. We might be able to capitalize on them, so I'm going to see if we can actually make some money here today, flipping maybe some Barrows items as well, and look at that. Barrows margins are pretty big right now. I'm assuming that the Carol's leather top is not the only margin that we're going to get. That's very solid on the Barrows stuff. So maybe we'll check out Guthan's armor and Darok's armor as well. But of course, we still have 676 mil. So we need to make sure we're flipping that more expensive stuff too and getting those really, really big flips in. And we don't have any profit yet. We're currently down about 438k off margin checks alone. But I do want to do the Pegasian boots as well. Just because the primordial boots look like they have a decent margin. So we might as well give the Pegasian boots a shot as well here, guys. And yeah, really good margin on those two. I do expect that today we will have some trouble flipping a few items. And the reason I think that's going to be the case is I've actually had trouble all week trying to flip some stuff back and forth. I think the markets are currently in a decline or something, but margins are getting really big, but it's just taking a while to flip things, and it's getting a little bit difficult to actually flip them. So we just have to keep that in mind today. Maybe try to do some quicker things on the side to make up some fast GP and kind of cover us for those flips that we margin check but don't work out at the end of the day. Some flips that are going to cover that area are going to be the Diamond Dragon Bolts E as well as the Dragon Darts. I think we'll do the same thing. So we're going to list those two flips here, and we're going to see what we can do with those. Really solid margin on the Diamond Dragon Bolt C. Let's go ahead and capitalize on that. That's like a 10 GP plus on that. And let's do the Dragon Darts as well. We'll see if we can get something good going on those. Welcome, everybody, to the stream today. My favorite day to stream. Well, my second favorite day to stream, okay? I love the Saturday streams, and I think you guys won't hold me against that. The Saturday streams are just amazing, but thank you guys for tuning in today. Happy Friday. Hopefully you are off work for the weekend, and we do have the Christmas holiday coming up as well. Hopefully you are spending it with your family safely, of course, and I hope you're looking forward to that as well. Tons of time for content, tons of time for flipping as well, so welcome everybody. He said, Michael Ingram popping in over on YouTube. He says, yo, what's up? Good to see you, Michael Ingram. Thank you, man. We have Peppa Chicken saying, stream hype, let's go. Yes, very hyped today. And we have a nice beer. We're going to get into that in a minute. But we have Sharp iOS saying, Scape, I've got about 13 mil. What sets are good to flip? If you've got about 13 mil, I wouldn't recommend flipping armor sets. It's just not really enough money to capitalize on armor sets correctly, as if you want to list multiple, you're only going to be able to flip it in one slot, and flipping one armor set at a time is probably not worth your time. That being said, if you do want to branch into Barrows items, give the Gutton's War Spear a shot, or the Carol's Leather Top, but that might be a little bit too expensive for you, so try I would say the Gutton's War Spear, or the Darok's Axe, or the Darok's Plate Body, or Torag's Legs. Those are all really great options. Now, besides that though, let's go ahead and give the Imbued Heart a run. We'll fill up that last slot, and then we'll get into this beer today, guys. And we have World of RS popping in as well in the chat. He says, hey, Sierranomics, I'm honored to join your stream. What's good, world? Good to see you, man. Thank you for tuning in today. Now, interesting situation on the Imbued Hearts here. We'll see if we can get a good margin on it, but it currently looks like they're coming down in price a good bit. We have Ascend Winter giving us a follow over on Twitch. Thank you so much, Ascend Winter. And, dude, your overnight gains recently within the Discord group have been incredible. Yours as well, World of RS. So congrats to both of you for all the money you guys have been making overnight. You guys have been doing absolutely amazing. I think Ascend Winter made 8 mil overnight, and World of RS keeps posting these like 5 mil overnight flips. Absolutely insane. Great job, guys. Anyway, though, if you guys do want to join us on Discord, be sure to join us with the link in the description below. We would love to have you in there. And since we do have all these slots filled up, I feel like it might be time to get into this beer today, guys. And I'll show you what we've got here today. We've got the Bloomingfield Valley Club, Village of Bloomfield, New York. You can't really see it. But it is something considered a crispy beer, whatever that means, a crispy beer. I don't really know what that is. It's not a beery shotgun. This is a craft beer, but it's probably going to taste good. Cheers, guys. Happy Friday. It's pretty good. Now, back to the flipping today. No luck on the Grazis yet. We did pay a pretty big premium on the margin check for that, so we do need to keep that in mind as we go forward here. Ascend Winter says, I completely ditched doing activities. I'll wait till the downward trend settles. Like what kind of activities? Like in-game activities, or what do you mean by that exactly? Hey Cup says, crispy beer sounds like a root beer. It literally says, let's see if you can read it. You see that? No, the light behind. See, crispy beer. Whatever that means, man. Active flips, not activities. Oh, actives. my bad, Ascend Winter. I totally misread that, man. But yeah, actives have been a little bit funky today, especially. I haven't really had a ton of luck with them. I did have a little bit of luck on the Scythe earlier, but only for a very small margin. I think I was flipping it for like 700k, which might not even really be worth your time at that point. Every time I'm flipping a Scythe, I'm trying to clear like at least 850k to a mil on it. If I'm not getting that, I don't know if it's really worth the time. I mean, it is, but like, I don't know. I like to stretch the margin out a little bit, make a little bit more profit off of it, and walk away a happy camper. We have Hey Cup saying, LOL, how are you doing, my man? Happy Friday. Absolutely, Hey Cup. Happy Friday to everybody in the live chat today. And welcome to the stream. I'm glad you're coming back. You're ready to see another flipping session today. And yeah, man, I'm really happy. Oh, I always am on Friday, man. I love being done with the work week. We've got a whole weekend of flipping ahead. And don't worry, guys, I am working on the overnight flipping guide. I'm just making sure that all the clips that I record for the overnight flipping guide are actually quality clips. And we do have a lot of luck in the clips because These past 3 nights, I have hit overnights absolutely horribly. I barely hit anything. I think I've had 1 item buyout overnight both nights, which is absolutely horrible. I want to include clips where I'm at least hitting 4 to show you guys the potential of it and the decent profit behind it. You know, what kind of content is it if I don't include clips where I'm making a lot of money, right? So please be patient with that. I am working on those clips. We also have JayREALife following us over on Twitch. Thank you, Jay. Welcome to the flipping team. I'm glad you're enjoying the content, and let me know if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything related to flipping. Now, we're going to cycle through these flips here in a minute. Looks like a couple things are getting a little bit stale. No luck on the Jordizzy yet, which looks like that's going to be a problem. So we got to bump that margin up just a little bit for us today. Got to make sure we get these because we paid a large amount of money to margin check those. It was about like 150K, a little bit, I think a little bit over that to actually check the margin on that Jordizzy. So we got to make sure we can actually flip one here. Hey Cup says, always dude, I've not been flipping recently. I found a Hydra task, had to spend my money on gear. Well, as long as you're enjoying the game, man, I'm glad that you're still playing, and hopefully you come back to flipping one day. But, you know, when I teach people how to flip, it's never for them to just flip 24/7 at the Grand Exchange. If that's what you enjoy most in the game, go for it. That's what I enjoy the most. But I think most players don't like just sitting at the Grand Exchange and flipping all the time. So just use flipping, you know, casually on the side as a way to make some money from time to time, or just use flipping passively as a way to bring in some more GP while you do content, PVM related stuff, right? So just, you know, use flipping as a tool, not necessarily your main moneymaker, although it is mine. Dylan Lirad, hopefully that's how I say your name. He says, love your content, really keeps me going. Thank you, Dylan. Do appreciate that, man. And happy Friday to you. Let me know if you have any questions about what to flip. We have Ryan Morin also saying, you want to check the margin on Berserker necklace for me? Not really. World of RS says, Sora sounds like Dora the Explorer. It looks like you guys are hype on this Friday, as hype as I am. Sora says, I sold myself my own item, facepalm. I read the flipping utilities plugin incorrectly. Dude, I have done that many times. I've also sold at the sell or like the buy price many times as well, which is not a good thing to do either. I highly don't recommend that. Also, we have these primordial boots. We're gonna turn the ones around that we do have. Then we'll probably jump back in on those. The reason I want to get these off is we haven't had a ton of selling action, or excuse me, buying action on those primordial boots. So I feel like we just try to sell the ones we have. If we can sell them without too much of a problem, we'll go back and try to buy a few more. Still no luck on the Jordizzy yet, though. We have Ice-T popping in. He says, hey kids and drunk streamer boy. Not quite yet, but by the end of this beer, we'll probably get there. I mean, I haven't eaten much today. We got a 4.8% alcohol by volume content in the beer today, so we'll probably get there by the end. But anyway, that's besides the point. Good to see you, Ice-T, man. Thank you for tuning in. I am Ciboloco saying hi. Good to see you. I am Ciboloco. He says, earlier today, Pegasian Boots margin was 500K. I made 6 to 7 mil. It was amazing. Thanks for that item. Oh, yeah, no problem, man. Hopefully we can hit the same here on stream today, because currently we are down about 701K from a few of the margin checks we've done. And I really want to make up that profit because, you know, active flipping this week has been a little bit tough. You know, I think a lot of us feel that way, especially on some of the bigger items. There's just some big downtrend. How do you say it? Like, not activities, but trends, I guess. A lot of items are downtrending right now, so it's a little bit tough on some of these items. Although I do have a lot of things that we can flip today, so we should be able to find some opportunity. Hey Cup says, I'm not here for the flipping content anyway. It's just fascinating to watch you as a creator. Also flipping real life, flipping like real life economics is just interesting to watch. Really, wow. I'm glad you enjoy me as a creator. I'm glad you enjoy the content and the presence. And thanks for watching, man. Do appreciate that. That made my day, man. Hoi Fam Who says, so tired, but I wanted to check your live stream for a sec. Keep going strong, brother. Thank you, man. Do appreciate that. We're going to keep it up today. We're going to make some profits today, and we already got a pair of the primordial boots off, guys. It's looking good. Looks like we might be able to stay on that margin here today and make some decent money off of it. At least I'm hoping. I mean, I don't want to get my hopes up, but it's looking good. Sora asks over on YouTube, any tips for finding items? I know you have some quote-unquote usuals. It doesn't have to apply to a specific hashtag, but in my opinion, the hardest part of flipping is finding things to flip. Now, I've got two great suggestions for you, Sora. Now, the first suggestion that I would recommend is if you're not with us on Discord already, join the Discord. And the reason I want to say that is because a lot of players in our Discord group post their own flips in the hashtag GoodFlips section, and that will give you a ton of item ideas just by browsing through the screenshots that people have posted. Also, you can use GE Tracker, and they actually have a suggested items feature, and if you cycle through that a few times, you can try out some items on there, see what the profits are looking like on there, and then if you like the item, you can either favorite it within GE Tracker, or you can write it down on a separate list. And on top of that, in our Discord group as well, we do have an item list that is available for public use. So definitely check that out as well, because I think a lot of people, when they start flipping, they get a lot of item ideas from there. So check all of that out, my man. Ice-T said, I drank a 6-pack of Alfheim Blonde 6.8% beer. Today we had a Christmas bingo from home as a stream. But that's awesome, man. That sounds really fun, actually. Anyone want to host Christmas bingo for the live stream? That'd be great. Gemfully over on Twitch, good to see you. And she says, I just watched the Nintendo World Direct. It was sick. I haven't seen it. I'm sure I did watch one in like February, I think, though, which was cool to watch as well. Good to see you, though, Gem. I'm looking forward to your stream later today. Also, we have World of RS over... let me list another flip, okay? Instead of ranting at you guys the whole time. You know, we're going to do this... Actually, no, we're not going to... I was going to do the Sanguesti staff, but... Honestly, I don't want to do the Sanguesti staff, because if I do that, then... you know, I just feel like with items crashing right now, I'm a little bit scared to try anything that's too high margin. But, you know, if you guys want, we could give it a shot. And oh my god, are you joking me? Why does this always happen to me? Okay, that's fine. Really, really large margin on the Spectral Shields right now. But you know what? We're going to go all in, try to flip a few of those guys. Welcome to the Friday stream. This is what it's all about on Friday and Saturday. We hunt the biggest profits that we can, and we go all in, and we take major risks here. So currently down 1.3 mil on margin checks alone. I'm going to try to bump up the Grazi again because, you know, we haven't gotten one Grazi yet, and we paid for a margin check on that. And if we flip that, especially if we flip all 7, that could be a mil for us. So I want to see if we can get on that Grazi margin, although we haven't had any luck on that yet. Let me make sure I type it correctly. Nope. I messed it up again. Nope. There we go. Okay. Whew. That took me too long to type that correctly, I gotta be honest. And we can't flip that many, so we'll bump that down a little bit here. Wait, really? We can't flip 3 of them. Okay, we'll flip 2 then. Alright, looks like we have a lot of stuff moving right now. Lewintag says, have you continued flipping toxic staffs? Off stream, I have flipped it maybe once or twice, but I wouldn't say it's, you know, the toxic staff isn't a flip I do every day. If I see that it looks like it's, you know, going to be a good flip, if I see it on GE Tracker, it looks like the margins are stretching on it, then I will give it a shot, but it's not something I would say I typically do. Oh, World of RS said, what is the most recent, coolest PC game you've played lately besides old school RuneScape? You know, I haven't really played a lot of games recently. I've tried to put a lot of time into the channel, making videos recently, but I've made a lot of stuff that I don't want to release because I don't think it's that great. So, you know, I've been struggling this week to get a solid video together for you guys, but I need some videos for over Christmas, right? So, anyway, still working on that. Haven't really played a ton of other games. Queen Saraha says, bad start. Oh, you bet, man. 1.3 mil in the hole right now, but we're going to turn it around today, guys. Don't you worry. We always do, man. And there's a few items I think that are going to do well for us today. So I did look at a couple things before I started the stream just to make sure that they actually would be good. And I think we're going to be fine. We're going to shift a couple items around here. Try to get some profit back into the stack. Because I don't like looking at the screen and seeing a 1.3 mil loss. I don't know about you guys. And looks like everything is going well right now. In terms of like, item action here. We are buying some things. We did get a spectral as well, which is really, really good. Another spectral? Oh man, that's going to be a risky one. We might have to sit on that spectral for quite some time. But anyway, guys, welcome to the Friday live stream. I'm glad you're tuning in today, and happy Friday to you, because everyone knows Friday is the best day of the week as you're off work for the rest of the weekend, and the vibes are at an all-time high. We've got the Bloomingfield Valley Club crispy beer. When I say crispy, I mean it's crispy. It says it right there. They don't lie to you on the can, I'll tell you that. And thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to drop a like if you are watching over on YouTube. It really does help me out a lot. Gets my videos up there in the algorithm, so I would appreciate it. And on top of that as well, if you are watching over on Twitch, maybe drop the stream a follow, Maybe you want to come back and see more content like this. Hopefully I won't be losing 1.2 mil next time you're here, but we will turn it around today, guys. Don't worry, we will end the stream positive. I always make it a thing to end the stream positive. In my 2 to 3 years of streaming, we've only left one stream in the negative, and that's because I took a massive risk, okay? So the track record's not too bad. Now, for the next item, I think we're going to cycle into the Justiciar face guard. Now, I have been flipping these, the past week or so, and right now, this thing is on a skyrocket to the moon. So I do want to try and flip a few of these. Look at these margins, man. I should be a little bit more careful about margin checking right now, because, currently we're down 1.5 mil. I shouldn't throw all this cash into the wind that, willy-nilly, if you want to say, but I should maybe use GE Tracker a little bit more, because markets are looking a little bit spooky right now. A lot of items are downtrending at this current moment in time, and if we keep paying for margin checks and we can't flip the item, it's going to be a bad time. Let's go ahead and sell these prims for a little bit less here. Also, you have to keep in mind when markets are downtrending this hard, just stay patient, right? Because, I feel like a lot of flippers, when they, are in situations like this, will buy an item, and when they can't sell it, they're gonna dump it. Don't dump. Just hold through the bad times, and most of the time you're gonna get through it, and you're still gonna profit from the item. Sometimes if you're waiting for too long, of course, you have to take a loss, you have to take a cut on your margin. But right now, I'm not super concerned with a lot of this stuff. I would have liked if we had one Grazi by now, because we paid for the margin on the Grazi, and we haven't had any luck with it. And I've given it like an 80k boost on the margin, still nothing. We're going to cut back on these spectral shields just to take a little bit of risk off the table, because the thing right now is, like, if we buy that whole limit of spectral shields and we can't sell them for our margin, it's going to be a big loss for us. So I'm just going to be very patient about the way I play that one, take a little bit of risk off the table. If we do sell the ones we have, then of course I'm going to go back and try to flip more of them, because the margin on that looks really good. Does it taste crispy, though? It doesn't taste very crispy, I gotta be honest. Ice-T says, kind of pathetic, the loss, not gonna lie. Ice-T, you know what? I'm gonna take you to the duel arena, okay? I'm gonna outstake you. No, Ice-T is one of my OG viewers. I think he's been here since, God, the start, like 2017. Him and Al Harith have been around for so long, so it's good to see you, Ice-T, man. I'm glad that you've been playing a little bit more, because I know you took a little bit of a break from RuneScape, so it's good to see you again. Also, we have Queen Saraha asking, but what if you are on a 1-hour stream limit where GE slots are important? How long do you wait to sell an item then? That's a good question. It really depends on the situation and the item. If we're down a lot, then I'll usually wait a fair bit. If it's an item that usually has a bigger margin as well, then I'll wait a little bit longer because I'd expect it to fluctuate a fair bit. And, you know, if it's an item, it depends on how big the loss is too, right? For example, if it's like a 50k loss versus a 500k loss versus a 5 mil loss, you play each situation differently. I think we're going to be okay, though. We're not having a lot of luck selling things, and hey, if we ended a Friday stream on a loss, that would be some hashtag bad vibes for the weekend. Let me tell you. Benny popping in, he says, what's up? Of course, when Benny stops by, we're down literally like 1.4 mil. He's probably like, this guy sucks, man. Anyway, good to see you, Benny. No, see, Benny has the confidence in me. He knows I can turn it around, so it's good to see you, Benny, man. Dan Lowe says, do you talk in Discord voice chat? You know, I was thinking about this thing for 2021. Let me know if you guys would like it, where we host like a little Discord call for maybe 30 minutes to an hour every month or so, or as frequently as we really need. And it's more of like a close-knit thing, and we can kind of talk about, I wanted to do it for investments because, you know, it takes a lot of effort to make a video about investments when I could just go in Discord and kind of talk about it a bit, right? So that was kind of my thought process behind it. Let me know if you guys would like something like that. Anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream today, be sure to smack that like button. It really does help me out a lot. We're trying to turn this situation around today. Currently down 1.3 mil in the session so far. But don't worry, guys. I've got some tricks up my sleeve. We're going to make it back here today. And I do have a little list of items we can do today. So some things that I found that might be good opportunities. We'll check the hydro leather here. Ooh, really tough margin on that. We're just going to flip 2 of them just to try to make up for that cost. Help the PogChamp flipper out. Thank you, Suraha. He says, I'll donate $2 if you get out of the hole. We'll get that, man. Hey, it's easy. We're going to easily get out of it. I'm really not that worried about it. Although markets are on a hard downtrend, and I know Ascend Winter, I don't know if he's still here, but I know that he was saying that markets were really tough today, so we're going to see if we can get out of this situation. Jay Hefner says, a happy weekend. Hopefully we get some good flips today, better than Wednesday. Jay Hefner, good to see you over on Twitch. Also, on top of that, you know, margins are looking good, but the flips necessarily aren't looking great. But you know, we can always turn it around, right? And we are getting those Pegasions off. Primordial boots are starting to go as well. And it's looking up. What hole are you in, says Ezio TV. Sorry, Ezio, I saw you, man. Good to see you. Not in the right hole. But anyway, we have, I also missed Fan to Milan. I missed his comment. He says, hi, Scapenomics. Hi, everyone. He says, what happens if you try to buy 14 Carol's tops, as an example, and you buy 6? Meanwhile, you have 8 left to buy. Do you sell the 6 ones you already have? Personally, usually I do. If I have an extra Grand Exchange slot open, I will use that to sell the Carol's leather tops that I have. On top of that as well, if I don't have another slot open, depending on how big the margin is, for example, if the margin is 50k on the Carol's leather top, then yes, I will take that off the exchange and try to sell the 6 that I have, because 50k for a Carol's leather top is usually a little bit too big, and I wouldn't expect that margin to hold for very long, so I want to capitalize on that margin as quick as I can. If I do sell the 6 without any trouble, then I will go back and try to buy more for the same price that I bought the original ones. Hopefully that makes sense. You can kind of like cycle back in. Look at that, boom, out of the hole. I told you guys, if you were doubting me in the live chat, you haven't been around long enough, okay? There we go, 217k in profit. I was a little bit skeptical about that Spectral Shield, I'm not gonna lie, but we did get one off, which is a big deal. Basically, we paid up for the margin check there, which is really, really great. We also still have 3 on hand that we can sell for quite a nice margin. We've also got those Pegasian boots ripping today, and right now, it could be shaping up to a massive session, guys, so I'm really looking forward to it. 36 viewers over on YouTube. We got 6 over on Twitch. Welcome everybody to the stream today, and happy Friday to you. Hopefully you're off work for the whole weekend. Maybe you took off work for vacation with this upcoming Christmas stuff. So I have to work next week, which really sucks, but you know what? We're still going to have streams. I don't know if we're going to have a stream on Wednesday, though, so just keep that in mind. Wednesday and Friday of next week, I don't know about the streams then, but that being said, I will let you guys know. I always do. Thank you guys for tuning in today as we try to make some epic profits here, and it's looking up for us, so we haven't gotten any luck on these dragon darts, but I can't imagine that it would be a big loss if we didn't get these off. Also, well, we were right on margin, so I don't know why we couldn't sell those. Maybe it's just taking a little bit longer than we thought. Looks like the flips are maybe a little bit slower today. You know, the buying offers are quick, but the selling offers are a bit slower, which is very normal in a downtrending market. It looks like things have downtrended pretty hard as well, so we're just gonna play very patient here today and try to fill some of these offers up. Ice-T says, "I never doubted you. You just disappoint me sometimes." Oh, man. He says, "I work from Monday to Wednesday next week." Same, Ice-T. We're on that same grind, man. Jay Hefner says, "Don't worry about the streams, man. I already think it's awesome that you stream so consistently." I do try to keep pretty consistent with the streams, yes, because I think you can learn a lot from watching someone flip, and especially, like, so there's 2 reasons I like streaming so much. One is that you can use the VODs for item ideas in the past. Like, if you go to any old VOD or any past stream, you can see, like, the items that I flip, and you can see how I manage the situation, and you can kind of pull one up if I'm not live at the time, and just kind of watch it on the side while you do your flipping. Also, if you're here live, then you can watch it live and also do flipping at the same time, and I can answer your questions, which I wanted to make a platform where I could answer people's questions about flipping, and I really enjoy it. I love flipping, you guys know that, and we're going to try to make some money here today. 376K in profit so far, and we just past the mil mark. Really good session so far already. You know, it's crazy because we dipped in the negative real quick, and we went deep, boys. Oh, we went deep, but we got out of it. We were like, I think 1.4 mil in the red at one point, but we're getting out of it right now, which is great. Still no luck on that Grazi though, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna do one last bump on the Grazi. If we can't get anything going on that, we will cycle out of that flip, which will kind of suck because we did pay like 250K to check that margin. Fenris, good to see you, man. I did see you ask something earlier, Fenris. I just didn't read your comment. I do apologize. He says, "My session slowed down to a halt. Decided to bow out and just under 3 mil in profit." Really good session, man. You know, profit is profit at the end of the day, but something I've been trying to push on the channel and teach you guys a little bit about is GP efficiency is also very, very important, right? So, for example, if you're waiting, like, let's say you've bought a Spectral Shield, right? And you bought it for 67 mil and you want to sell it for 67.1 mil, right? If you're waiting for like 24 hours to sell it for 67.1 mil, it's probably not worth it because you're only getting 100K profit on one Spectral and your downside risk is really high. So you could potentially lose like 2 mil on it if, you know, things go extremely badly, but your upside is only 100K. So I've been trying to teach like capital efficiency where you don't want to hold flips that aren't going well for too long because it's one, you could keep going down and you could lose a ton of money, and two, on top of that as well, the opportunity cost of holding the item and not having liquid cash to flip with is also a massive downside. So that's been something I've been trying to teach a little bit more, although it's kind of hard to describe. Spectrals for the win. Phantom Milan says, "I know they've been making us bank right now, so I'm very happy about that." Skygore X over on Twitch popping in as well. He says, "Hello, boss. Good to see you, Skygore, man. Happy Friday to you." Fenris says, "My week is a grind. Tomorrow is my only day off. I've been running my local Warhammer store on the weekends." That's really cool, man. Thankfully, this Sunday will be the last doing that for a while. Super cool, man. You know, I did see a Warhammer store once. It was in like... And I think it was in like 2019, and I was like, they still have these? Like, it was in Colorado, believe it or not. And I was like, they still have Warhammer stores? This is insane. But anyway. Are any of you into Warhammer? I really never was, myself. You know, the board game or the online game. Really never was into it. Hollow Keeg says, how did you learn to flip? Just through practice or just trying things out myself. I knew flipping existed back in the day, but I never did it. And I saw flipping old school in like 2016, I think, and that inspired me to start a massive flipping journey, start a massive, well, not so massive, but my YouTube channel about flipping and money making in old school RuneScape. And honestly, it's been a blast since I've started it. Honestly, I think that reflecting on my life, like my literal entire life, that starting my YouTube channel is probably one of the best things I've ever done in my life. Like, it's by far my favorite hobby, and I just love, you know, sitting here making videos for you guys, teaching you guys how to flip in RuneScape, and just like the thankfulness and respect you guys give me is really over the top. So thank you guys. It's just honestly like a really good feeling. Jay Hefner says, opportunity cost is something that might be good for a new video. That's actually a really good idea. I got to remember that because I need to record something tomorrow and edit it. So I need to do an entire video tomorrow, regardless of if I can finish the overnight guide or not. But anyway, also with questions like PBM/flipping budget allocation. Yeah, that's another thing that we could put in there for sure. Thank you, Jay, for pointing that out, man. Don't let me forget that, okay? Don't let me forget that. Horse Detective says, I've got to go, but I always love popping in. Glad to hear you love what you do because it's helped me, or helped us/me a lot. Horse Detective, good to see you, man, and have a nice Friday, dude. I'll put it in the Discord. Thank you, man. We had Phantom Milan also asking over on YouTube, can you explain what makes the margin changes from a minute to another? Like, you could do 3 spectrals for 3 hours, or you could do spectrals for 3 hours in a row if they're so profitable, but I know it doesn't work like that. Well, okay, there's multiple things, right? Could be one, someone just wants to buy a spectral for PVM or some other activity, which, you know, moves the price around, or they buy one from your margin, and that could be a normal player. Another flipper could come on the item and undercut your margins. Someone could buy up all the spectrals across like 4 accounts and really try to increase the price on that. There's a lot of different situations. I wouldn't think too much about it. Just, it's kind of hard to explain. Like, I wouldn't look too much into the price movements themselves or why the price is moving like that, but I would look into how to capitalize on the price movement itself. It's kind of, you know, I probably can't give you the best response right now on that because it's a little bit on the spot. I'd have to think more about it, but it should make sense. Now, I do want to do the Dragon Hunter crossbow. This was one I was looking forward to cycling into here on this session. So we're going to see what we can get on that Dragon Hunter crossbow here today. Really came down in price a lot, and quickly as well. Interesting. Really interesting. Not a great margin, though, unfortunately. We'll try to get about 3 of those, and we'll cycle out of that after we sell them. But we can do the Lance as well, though, since we do have a lot of GP on hand still. We are currently up 2.66 mil in the session so far. You know, I wanted to go ahead and flip large margins today, things like the Inquisitor, because on the weekend streams, I like to get into that stuff because it's a lot more fun to try to flip those massive margins. But besides that, you know, it doesn't really look like we need to go and do that. We're getting huge margins on some of this higher traded PVM stuff, right? So I think I'm just going to stay on this and see how much we can make off of that alone. Jordizzy over on Twitch says, you're dressed for the Wall Street trading at the GE. I rate it. Good to see you, Jordizzy. Thank you for tuning in, man. Do appreciate it. We always dress to the nines when we are flipping on the Grand Exchange. We take this 100% seriously. And if you have any questions, Jordizzy, let us know. I love answering questions from the chat about what to flip with their cash tag or anything related to flipping, investing, or money making in old school RuneScape. Welcome everybody to the stream today. Drop a like if you are enjoying over on YouTube. Give us a follow over on Twitch. How you guys doing today? You doing good on this Friday? I'm glad. You got your snacks? You got snacks? Good. Sora says, sorry, if I miss your question, just repost it, man. Sora says, how long do you leave a buy offer in, especially in the 25 mil cash stack area? It completely depends on the item. Can we get a PogChamp in the chat for Queen Saraha? He says, dang, boy, that's a thick profit. Thank you, Saraha. If you guys don't know about Saraha, you can go check him out on his channel. He also has a flipping channel as well, and he's coming up on 1,000 subscribers, so go show him some love. Thank you, Queen Saraha, for the $3. Do appreciate it, man, and welcome to the stream, dude. I'm glad you've been tuning in today as we ride through this profit session, and I do appreciate it. And wow, the live chat is going absolutely nuts right now, so I'm going to try to get to everything, but Sora, it really depends on the item, okay? So if you're flipping, you know, if you want to give me an example of an item that you would like me to go through, I can, but it completely depends on the volume. Jordizzy, thank you for the follow on Twitch, man. Do appreciate that. Now, it's not Jordizzy. Sora, if it depends on the volume, right? If it's a very high volume item, something that's traded a ton, then you're only going to want to sit on it for a couple minutes. Faye Wishy also joining us. Thank you for the follow, man. Do appreciate it. We really appreciate that, man. And, you know, I can't even get through this. If the volume is really high, you don't want to wait too long. Oh, Ferno giving us a follow over on Twitch as well. Thank you, man. If the volume is really high, you don't want to sit on the offer for too long. So if, for example, if you're flipping blood runes for a 3 GP margin or something like that, you don't want to wait like 10 minutes for another blood rune to buy. You want to wait maybe max 5 minutes, right? Because that item is traded like a ton. So you don't want to sit on those for too long. But if you're trading something like a, I don't know, Spectral Shield or a Justiciar Face Guard where the volume is a lot lower, then maybe you want to wait like 10 minutes to see if one buys or not, or maybe even to like 10 to 12 minutes to see if an offer buys or sells or not. If it doesn't, then I would give it a slight knock in margin upwards. That way you can actually stay on the margin, stay competitive with it. And it really is item dependent. That's why it's hard to explain. Wow, did you guys see that? They like finished at the same time. We did get those spectrals off though. You bet we're cycling right back in on those, and we're gonna try to make a sweet profit out of that because wow, that was an incredible flip, and I would love to get another 3 snuck in there. 3.2 mil in profit. Welcome everybody today. I hope you are having a good Friday, and leave a like if you're enjoying. Really does help me out a lot, guys. And we got these imbued hearts as well. We're going to go ahead and sell those back. We did flip a few of these before, and they weren't a great margin, but they're definitely worth trading. Sorry, Benjamin East, I saw you pop in here. I think that the prims are not going to sell. I do have to adjust the prims. Thank you, Benny. But we also had Benjamin East. I did hear you mention something earlier, but I missed your comment. He says, the Sang staff has dropped like 6 to 7 mil in the last 3 weeks. Last 2 to 3 weeks. What do you think caused such a sharp drop? Really no idea. I feel like a lot of people, they try to find out like why a price is dropping on an item when sometimes it's just a natural movement. Sometimes people, it could be that the Sang staff dropped 1 or 2 mil, and then people, got a little freaked out, so they also sold theirs, and that just kind of spiraled into a downward effect. But I don't think you have to always relate an item price to like in its movement to an event. Sometimes it's just natural price movement. And we're trying to get those Dragon Hunter crossbows off so we can just make up for that margin check, move on to something else. Dan Lowe says, what do you recommend flipping for a 10 mil cash stack? I'll give you a bunch of items here. You ready, Dan? Battle Staves, Air Orbs, Sharks, Monkfish, Manta Rays, Amethyst Crystal, Dragon Arrows. Let's see, what else can you do? Blood runes, death runes, law runes, nature runes. That should be about good. House teleports, Varrock teleports, Falador teleports. Adamant darts, rune darts. Should be good. Zalra scales. Oh my god, how could I forget my favorite flip of all time, the Zalra scales. Definitely flip those Zalra scales as well. And yeah, you could also go check out the videos. I mean, we have flipping guides for almost every single cash tag. 10 mil, 25 mil, 50 mil, 100 mil. We're going to do a 500 mil flipping guide soon and a 1 bill guide coming out as well. So keep that in mind. 1.9999 mil cleared on 5 spectrals, and we're still on the margin for that. We're getting back in on another one. We just got 2 right there, so that is absolutely perfect. Jay Hefner says, Zulver skills are always a trusty one, but before I get that, we got to take Benny's advice and flip these primordial boots down a little bit. He had some solid advice. That's because Benny knows that I leave flips for too long, so he knows, man. He knows. Oh yeah, planks and mahogany logs are great as well. Or mahogany planks and mahogany logs and oak planks as well are really good for a 10 mil stack. You know, considering we cannot get any of these Grazies, I'm assuming it might be on a little bit of an uptrend here. I'm definitely going to try to bump that margin up a fair bit and try to get that off. We'll see if it actually works out. Not super confident, but it's worth a shot. Phantom Milan says, I see that you manually write the prices you want to buy and sell. How do you know the price you're going to put it in? I basically do a margin check, and then I adjust my offer a little bit, depending on where I think the competition might be around it, and trying to list above someone else as well. You know, I don't make big price cuts, but usually do like 1 to 2K on some items, like especially things like Spectral Shield or Dragon Hunter Crossbow, where the item itself is already really expensive. I need to see where this is trading around. Okay. We sold the Grazi. Nice. All right. Very happy about that. I'm just a little bit skeptical on the Dragon Hunter Lance. So that's why I wanted to be very careful about that. And we could actually maybe try to get more of these. The Grazis, that is. We'll try to get back in on that. We did stretch the margins very, very slightly on those. Man, these prims are really not treating us well, are they? We're still in the profit range on them, but, you know, we're not making it necessarily a good profit on them. If we sell these, we're getting about 45K in profit on them. Also, let's cut on those spectrals and try to get them off. You know, it's probably not worth waiting that whole time to try to get that last spectral off, so. Move around these just to sheer face guards as well. Those should probably buy if I had to guess. Oh my god, that spectral right now, guys, is absolutely nuts. I'll give that margin away as long after we sell this last one, so you guys can maybe use that. Spectral something my cash deck could flipscape. You know, Saraha, you could flip it. I would not recommend it though, because honestly, when you're, you know, it's just. You could flip it. It's a little bit sketchy though. You know, I mean, how much do you have? Like 200 mil? If you've got 300 mil, you're safe to flip that. But I would do it one at a time though, because if you are flipping something that is very high margin, then, or not very high margin, but has a higher margin most of the time, you want to make sure you have enough cash on hand in case the item crashes on you. Because if the item crashes on you, you want to be able to cycle back in and try to buy one for really cheap and then ride the crash up, right? So I should make a video on that. Deshaun says, why is part of your screen covered? We cover part of the screen so that way we hide the margins. But because if I showed margins, we'd have a lot of undercutters. We actually showed margins in the past. We didn't cover any of the margins. So if you are looking for live sessions to learn from in the past, go check out like my first 150 live streams. There's no margin covers on those. Also, guys, thank you for tuning in today. We really appreciate it. 43 viewers on YouTube. Oh my god. You guys are incredible. Thank you for the support. We got 5 over on Twitch as well. Be sure to drop a like if you are enjoying the live stream. Also, join us on Discord with the link in the description below. We have a Discord group of over 1,700 members that is dedicated to flipping and money making in old school RuneScape, especially dedicated to teaching you guys. We have a ton of people who post their flips in there, and honestly, I think you could learn a lot from it. A lot of our members have, and if you don't believe me, just ask people in the chat. I guarantee they will tell you that they have learned a lot from the Discord group, and it's helped them make more money. So anyway, if you are interested in learning how to flip, definitely check that out. Also, these dragon darts, super stale right now. You know, I don't really know what to do with these. kind of want to just get out of the flip, clear up that GP, and get onto something else. Because we are sitting on a slot there as well, and it's, you know, not a big fan of that. You got mentioned in a friend's video, Scape? Did I? No, I didn't. I definitely didn't. Wait, you're trolling, right? Hold on, I gotta look. Saraha, that was so mean, dude. He sent me a troll link. Someone ban him from the chat. Get him out of here. Anyway, I'm gonna open YouTube on my phone. Let's get that to 50 views, says Jay Hefner. Oh, it's okay, man. I mean, look, we just sit back, kick back, flip in front of our small audience. And you know what? I like the community we have. We're gonna try to make some money today, guys. And you know what it is. 4.6 mil in profit so far. Not even an hour into the session, guys. Really solid performance right now. We're gonna try to do the Elder Mall, and we're gonna see if we can get a good margin on that. Not really a very good margin on it, unfortunately. It's worth flipping, but it's not anything to write home about, okay? We are struggling on these lances. I'll stay a little bit patient with those, but I'm gonna keep a close eye on them. 460 mil. Let's do the ancestral pieces here. We'll start with the hats, as that's usually the easiest one to do. And they usually trade the fastest as well, the hats. We'll get a few of these listed on the exchange and ready to rip today. Look at that. We waited a little bit longer on the lances, and we did get them off. We're not making a lot of money on those, though, which is a little bit sad. Sora says, Zolver scales never work for me. 1 GP margin at best. The thing with Zolver scales is you have to keep in mind that a 1 GP margin is not worth it, but for some people, a 2 GP margin is worth it because the limit on Zolver scales is 30,000 every 4 hours. So a complete Zolver scale flip at a 2 GP margin is still a 60k flip, which is really not bad at all. And that's why I love them so much. Because if you can sometimes squeeze a 4 GP margin on a Zolver scale flip, dude, that's 120k. That's a lot for a smaller cash stack. Jordizzy says, how many hours you reckon it would take for you with experience to turn 1 mil into 1 billion GP? Oh gosh, this is always a really tough question because, like, how many hours a day of flipping, Jordizzy? That's the best way I can do it. Like, if you're flipping 12 hours a day, well, that's a different story, right? Because I would say, just let me know, like, how many hours a day that person or individual would be flipping to get to that 10 bill stack. Or 1 bill stack, excuse me. How long have you been flipping, says Phantom Milan? I've been flipping since early 2016. And, well, early 2016, and then I made a video late 2016, and that's when my channel started. And a lot of people are surprised about that. They're like, you started flipping in 2016 and started the channel in 2016? Yeah, we've been around for quite some time, actually, and a lot of people are surprised by that. 3 hours of flipping a day. I would say, like, including overnights and with a high skill level, probably, it's hard to say, 6 months, maybe less. You know, starting with 1 mil is going to be the hardest part. 1 mil to 10 mil is going to take you quite some time. And then that 10 to 100 mil is going to take quite some time too. Once you get to 100 mil, it's pretty smooth sailing. I'd say could take you, or I don't know, it would be a good challenge to do that. It's a really hard estimate. I would say 6 months maximum. If you're really dedicated, you're flipping constantly, you're always checking GA tracker, you're always looking for good opportunities, probably about 3 to 6 months. Yeah. You know, it's Grazi for the win, says Phantom Milan, but are we going to be able to sell them? That is really the question. We're going to go a little bit less than we sold them before because keep in mind how fast we bought those. 49 viewers over on YouTube. Welcome everybody over on YouTube. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for watching. Please please leave a like if you are enjoying the live stream. It really helps me out a lot. And if I sell these primordial boots for a profit, please drop a like, okay? Because these freaking things, they will not sell off. I don't know what it is. Currently looking at about a 10K profit on this one if we can sell it off here at this price point. Still nothing, okay? Still literally nothing on that. But thank you guys for tuning in today. Like, this is unexpected support today. Thank you. Jay Hefner says, maybe you should try and do a spin on flipping old school RuneScape's 1GP to 1 bill video series. Maybe try to improve his time. The thing is, I am not interested at all in doing a 1 bill to, or 1GP to 1 bill series, because flipping from 1GP all the way to like a 10 mil stack, like that price range is, it's not impossible, but the amount of time it takes for you to get up there to that 10 mil stack takes so long. And you know, I don't think it's really, in my opinion, it's not great content. It's going to take a lot of, you know, effort from me and a lot of recording time. And I think I can like provide a lot more value to you guys, making flipping guides for specific cash stacks, showing you guys how to do overnight flips, showing you guys how to do investments. I think there's, for me right now at this point in YouTube, there's a lot more opportunity with me doing guides on certain content than it is to do a series about money making. That's, you know, that's just my opinion. But I think before we do those kind of like crazy series, those crazy challenges, I think there's a lot more video content I can make regarding money making itself. So that's kind of the way I've looked at it, because people have asked that in the past, and I've just thought like, you know, I can do that, but it takes a lot of time, and I'd rather put my efforts into making content for the main channel. You also keep in mind that, you know, I'm working full-time besides this. These streams take up a fair bit of time as well. And it's not an excuse. It's just that YouTube is not my full-time job. If it was, then I would 100% dedicate resources to that. But we also have a big project behind the scenes right now for the channel that we are working on that I'm not ready to announce yet. But come mid-2021, I do expect to release this thing, and it's taken a lot of effort. So, whew, anyway, hopefully you guys are just enjoying the stream today. The vibes are high today, lots of viewership today. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Jordizzy says, what is your full-time job? I work in IT support, so I answer the phone all day and tell people to restart their computers when things aren't working. That's basically what I do. Benny says, only 21 likes, but 50 viewers. What is up with that? I don't know, Benny. I don't know. People just, you know, they're selfish with the like today. I don't know what it is. Flipping for 24 hours straight, says Queen Saraha. That would be some good content. And finally, okay, look, I sold the primordial boots. We made a 10K profit on them. You got to drop a like now, okay? Hey, when you were watching the stream, you made the promise. And we also got that spectral off. Super, super nice. If you guys want to know where that spectral was trading around, by the way, if anyone wants to try and flip that, we were buying them for like 67,274,000 and selling them for 67,743,000. So give that a run if you haven't already. Ragnarthetrader has joined the flipping team. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch, Ragnar. Do appreciate it, man. Saraha with the $2. Thank you, man. He says, is your device plugged in? Is it on? Dude, you have no idea. It's you know, sometimes people don't realize the most simple things when it comes to tech. You would be very shocked. Now, anyway, enough of that, though. Let's go ahead and try to make some more profits. We're going to try to top off this session with a lot of those quicker, like, easy flips. And I have a feeling that Zenite jewelry today might be really great for us. If there's a lot of volatility, we might be able to get in on this Zenite stuff. Not a great margin on the tortures. I expected a lot more. Thank you for the donation, Saraha. I do appreciate that. We have SVL popping in as well. He says, hey, first time I was able to tune into a stream. Glad to make it. Welcome, SVL. If you're lurking, sign in and like the stream, says CFF. Please do. Every single like helps out a ton. You guys have no idea. But anyway, we haven't done the, you know, every time I talk about likes a lot, I just feel like I'm begging for them. And I'm really not begging for them. It's just like, if you're enjoying the content and you drop a like, it really makes a huge difference as a small creator. Like, you have no idea how much of a difference it makes. Like, when a video gets like 10 likes versus 30 likes, the viewership on that video gets like it's completely different. So thank you SVL for following us over on Twitch as well. We do appreciate that. And really crappy margin on the Dragon Claws, but we're gonna try to flip it anyway because you know what? I don't know what to flip. Okay, we're gonna flip it. I do have a little bit of a list though that we can go through. We could cycle into something a little bit bigger, but I don't think I'm gonna do that quite yet today. We've basically flipped everything on the list, but we haven't done the Guardian Boots yet, so let's give those a shot. Almost done with this beer as well. It was pretty good beer, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of got me a little wavy though. Only a 10k margin on those Guardian Boots. I don't love that. I really don't love that. Let's try the crossbow. Crossbow is a really great flip if you're like advancing your cash stack to a 100 mil cash stack. I would say you can flip the crossbow confidently with about, you know, it's hard to say, but I would say like maybe 50, 60 mil, you could start flipping this thing. I wouldn't flip the whole limit at once though, but you can definitely flip like 1 or 2 at a time with a 50 to 60 mil cash stack. And it tends to have pretty good margins from time to time, so definitely go ahead and do it. Bludgeon ACB says, Benny, those are great suggestions. Let's do the bludgeon first. Benny, I think the bludgeon might actually be a lot better because if items are crashing right now, you kind of want to trade those items that have lower volume. You want to trade items with lower volume that have higher volatility, right? So we're going to try to get one of these bludgeons in. You know, there's less bludgeons in the game. It's not a great margin, but it's definitely worth flipping. That being said, that's a great suggestion. So we'll try the ACB after this today. And Phantom Milan says, you think you could make a video or stream explaining how to analyze the tracker and flip with that? I'm pretty sure we have a video on that already, Phantom Milan. If you're in our Discord group, fan, then I can send you some links to some videos that will help you. Definitely join that Discord and message me personally. If anyone joins and messages me, I will answer your questions. I think that's like a big misconception. Feel free to reach out to my Discord personally, talk to me, DM me, whatever you need, and I will answer your questions as best I can. I can't say I'm going to get back to it immediately, but I will answer your question. Jacob Chavez, good to see you, man. He says, hey, so Bludgeon ACB and Infinity Bottoms. Thank you, man. We're going to try to do our best on those. What do you like to do other than flipping, says Hawk OP. I really like bossing too, but I haven't done any bossing in quite some time. I would like to do a Corporal Beast run with maybe some viewers. We can go to Corporal Beast or something, but Corporal Beast is one of my favorite bosses because I'm not... Look, okay, listen. I spend a lot of time at the Grand Exchange. I'm not a great PVMer, but Corporal Beast is a great challenge for me personally. So, I mean, I love going there, and there's quite some hype drops from him. I can also do Nightmare, believe it or not, so I like going there as well. And we need to knock these Grazis down a little bit, I think. Not a lot of luck on those. I have a feeling that we might be in a bad situation on these. We'll keep a close eye on it, though. Let's just cycle out of this Elder Maul. Not really a lot of profit on that right now. And we only have one of them, so we need to move on from that. Still Wins over on Twitch says, what would be your minimum profit to consider it a good session? You know, I don't really aim for anything specifically. Because here's what I've been trying to teach as well, just recently. This is a really recent thing as well. I'm trying to teach, don't focus on your session profit. Focus on your weekly or monthly profit, because sometimes you're going to have bad sessions. Sometimes you're going to have really good sessions, but you know, the Grand Exchange, it's different every single day, okay? So try to focus on how much you're making a week, right? So for me, I would say if I'm not clearing 50 mil in a week, it was a bad week for me. You know, and like very bad. Usually I can clear 100 mil a week pretty easily. So if I didn't clear 50 mil, I didn't, you know, I either wasn't flipping or I got really unlucky on some losses. But typically, I'm someone who cuts my losses very, very early. I really don't let my... You know, I'm not someone who bag holds items and tries to sell them back later. I'm all about cutting that loss early, just cycling into something else, because I feel like a lot of people, they're so focused on one item being good, when the Grand Exchange has thousands of items. There's thousands of opportunities for you to go in on. But you know, if I had to give a number on a session, like, because every session is different, right? Sometimes you flip for an hour, sometimes you flip for 3 hours. Personally, for me, if I'm not making like at least, at the very least, 3 mil an hour, then I'm doing something wrong. But on stream, I usually get, you know, we get a little distracted, so it's not as serious. I hit the microphone with the beer. Did anyone see that? Anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the stream over on YouTube, be sure to drop a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also join us in our Discord group, link in the description below for that. We have a Discord dedicated to flipping and money making in old school RuneScape. So if you want to improve your flipping skills or just learn more about flipping and the strategies behind it, definitely go ahead and join us. Honestly, if anyone's in the chat that's in the Discord group, just vouch for it. Just say how great the Discord group is. I mean, I think a lot of people that join the Discord group really get into it a lot more, and they just like, they kind of encompass flipping a lot more. They take it a lot more seriously, and there's just a ton of good examples in that Discord group, so we would love for you to join that. My goal is to teach every single player in old school RuneScape to flip. That has always been my goal here, and thank you guys for watching. I mean, I really appreciate it. And I'm just glad you guys have been enjoying all the content. Like, it just means a lot. A1 Discord says CL9 Ant. Thank you, man. Do appreciate that. You know, I feel like most people that join feel like it's a pretty good thing. And you know what? It's free to join. If you don't love it when you join, you can always leave. So, you know, we wouldn't like you to leave, but no one's going to stop you. Oh, what the heck? Wait, that's really weird. Okay. I feel like we might be able to get this for the original margin, though. I've never had that happen to me. I've never had that happen to me. I margin checked, I listed at the buy price, and they instant bought. Someone must have just listed a bunch of them as soon as I listed that. I've never had that happen. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll see what happens here. I mean, hopefully we can get those off. Also, these ancestral row bottoms, just from experience, I can tell they're coming in a little bit too quickly. So we need to be careful trying to flip these because they were just buying a little bit too fast. Anyway, we'll try to sell the ones that we do have on there. Rom Taffa popping in. He says, I'm here. I enjoy you. Thank you, Rom. Do appreciate that, man. Welcome, everybody, to the stream today. 29 likes. Can we get it to 30 likes? Can I get a 30 like in the chat? And, yeah, tons of profit today. 5.3 mil in profit. 1 hour and 6 minute session so far. Really, really great. And just give me 1 second. We've got plenty of business deals on the line right now that I must take care of. And, Anyway, hopefully you guys... The ancestral row bottoms, what is going on? What is it? Dude, markets right now, although they're crashing, look at the profit we're turning around right now. 6 mil in profit, barely over an hour of flipping. Absolute banger session today. No twisted flip, I guess, says Skygore X. Sorry, man, there's so many chats. If I miss your comment, feel free to post it again, because sometimes the chat gets really crazy and I miss some stuff. Would you go out twisted items for the sweet margins? No, it's too risky to flip those. I don't want to flip those. Allow More says, I've been on the suffering rings. It's nuts right now. We're going to do our best to turn a profit on those. Don't know what's going on them right now, but anyway. Hornet says Friday markets are wild right now. I think it's just a huge downtrend going on right now. Possibly, you know, I'm not someone who likes to kind of point events towards market movements, but it possibly is because of Jagex talking about the new Prime event that they're going to put in. So we've got a 7-day Prime event coming up here soon. It might be going on now. I'm actually not exactly sure. And that's just not great for the economy, man. Could be a precautionary reaction to that news that Jagex has put out. But anyway, we do have 697 mil sitting on the sidelines. I'm going to give the Zamaraki and Hostas a shot here. This is an item that I have not done in quite some time that I do really like to flip. We'll give the Hostas a great shot here. We'll see if we can get a good margin going on those. Welcome, everybody, to the stream today. We are on the tail end of the session right now. And thank you for the 30 likes, by the way. I do appreciate that. You know, not a great margin on those lances. Excuse me. But better margin than I have been getting here in the short term, at least. So we're going to try to flip a few of those. Let's try to get these Rings of Suffering off, though. How do I manage this? I think we're going to list a little bit lower, but we still should be able to make a good profit on those. No one saw that. Definitely not. I guess we'll go back and we'll try to flip more of these ancestral bottoms, but I'm actually going to list lower because if these two or three, excuse me, or if this last ancestral row bottom sells, then I will go harder in trying to buy more of these ancestral row bottoms. But considering we've only had 2 sell so far, I'm not completely confident we'll get the last one off, right? So we're going to sit on the sidelines for that. Let's try the ancestral top here as well. Might as well. Pretty good margin on that as well. We'll take advantage of that. And by the way, guys, if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash tag or anything related to flipping, please let me know. Benny says hat. Oh, thank you, Benny. Benny is like, why is this guy so stupid? Why can't he properly manage his flips? Hopefully they sell pretty quickly, though, if we haven't bought any in about 17 minutes. Daniel says, thank you for buying all my rings of suffering. No problem, man. We're going to flip them for a profit here. I mean, I hope so. If we don't, it's going to be a little bit tough situation for us, but I will do my best to get them off here today, and we'll see how it goes. Allow More says, what about the spellbook rework that might be coming? Well, you know, I have a feeling a lot of that spellbook stuff, it's not going to pass. I mean, you see all that stuff about reanimation. Like, look, old school RuneScape, it's not RuneScape 3, okay? We're not going to get summoning in old school RuneScape. And if you argue that this reanimation stuff is different than some of that, like, summoning stuff, I mean, you could argue that, but it looks pretty similar to me. I don't think the old school RuneScape community is too fond of stuff like that. So my guess would be that stuff's not going to pass. But, oh, look at that. We got another Ancestral Row Bottom for 100k cheaper than our previous margin. Really volatile right now. But anyway, I kind of have doubts about the new spellbook. I don't think it's going to pass too much. Number 2 Boys 05 says, how much could I make roughly in a day starting with 100 mil? With no experience, it depends how much you flip in a day, but if you flip for at least an hour, you should be able to clear a mil pretty easily. Mil an hour at first, and then you'll probably get around 2 mil, 2.5 mil an hour on a good day, maybe 3.5 mil if you're super lucky. 5.8 mil in profit. Doing well right now, doing quite well. Skygore X says, fair enough, but with big risk comes a big margin. Yeah, you know, I'm not crazy about trying to flip those twisted items right now. I don't really like when new items are introduced to the game. Not that they're new, but, you know, new quantities of them coming into the game. They make that a little bit unstable. Or not unstable. I mean, unstable is good. I just, to me, personally, it seems too risky. You know, it's not something I want to go in on. 805 is, or 8, we'll do 810 on that. We'll try to get a few of those going. You know, the bludgeon wasn't a great margin, so we might just cycle out of that, try to find something else. Lewintag says, I feel like I rarely see you flip Dragonfire wards because Dragonfire wards take a lot of time, and that's why I don't really like to flip them. The margins can be quite good on them, but you know, I do like doing them overnight. It's not something I do actively. Even off stream, I never do them actively. I just feel like you pay a lot for the margin check, and most of the time I can't even fill that offer. And we got the bludgeon off. Very, very nice. We could go ahead and flip the Sangwesti staff, but I'm not too quite sure about it. Probably not going to do those. We'll do maybe the decks. Maybe we can get a good margin on the decks here. godly margin. Okay. You know, I don't think we're going to be able to flip these too easily, but I am going to give it a shot. What is this? Anyway, we're going to turn that around immediately. Sounds good. To be honest, I feel like they go quickly, mainly due to Vorkath. You know, you know, it could be just my experience, but I don't find that that's actually the case for me. I mean, every time I flip those, I always struggle with them. Not that I'm necessarily losing money, but it's just, I'm not really, I feel like I don't never do great on them. These Rings of Suffering might be a little bit tough. We did buy quite a high quantity for a high price. Maybe on a pump, but we'll try and sell them back for a little bit less. We might be able to make a profit on it, but I kind of doubt it. I don't think we're going to take a massive loss, but I doubt we're going to profit, but I don't think we're going to take a big loss, if that makes sense. Definitely not enough to put us down from our 5.5 mil flipping session. We have number 2 Boys 05 says, I played around with it back when I had 30 mil and made close to a mil, but that was before the cap on all the items, so it seems more technical now. But hey, if I watch you for a bit, I'm sure I will learn some. Look, we've taught many people how to flip on old school RuneScape. You know, it's crazy to say it, but a lot of people that joined our Discord group, you know, that are still around in there and still active, like some of our admins, you know, honestly, I think we've probably taught over 200 people how to flip, if I had to guess. Just through, I mean, we've been doing this for a long time. So, but anyway. Drowsy Dabber 710 says, would love to learn how to start. We've got a complete beginner's guide on our channel on how to flip in old school RuneScape, which goes into great detail. But here on live stream is also a great example of what, how to flip or what to do when you can flip or just how it works. Or if you have any questions, you can definitely go ahead and ask me. But we do have 672 mil. We are on the tail end of the session. We're going to be wrapping up in about 5 minutes here or so. And, yeah, let's go ahead and try to sell these ancestral tops. I want to see if we can close out all of these flips before the end, but if not, we're just going to leave them. And the Rings of Suffering are going, so we are in a profit on those. Easy game, boys. Easy freaking game. Here they go, liquidating on the exchange. We've got the Dexterous Prayer Scrolls selling as well. 6.3 in profit, just like that, man. Such easy money here today, guys. Downtrending market, but plenty of opportunities to take advantage of. We're not going to redeploy this 866 mil here today, as we are, like I said, on the tail end of the flipping session here, unfortunately. But we could clear, if we sell these ancestral bottoms and the rest of these Rings of Suffering or a dexterous, we probably will clear the 7 mil mark here before the end, which is incredible. I mean, when I logged in today, I did try to do a little bit of flipping throughout the day on some more expensive items, and those expensive items were just super stale in my experience, and logging on here and flipping these, you know, medium volume PVM related items, they've just made us some freaking bank. I mean, I couldn't make this much money flipping Inquisitor gear. I could, but it probably not this quickly, to be quite honest. The thing with Inquisitor gear when you're flipping it, and I know that's, you know, most of you probably don't flip it, but it takes a long time to find the margin. But once you find the margin, you can make a good amount of money off of it. So probably takes you like 30 minutes to hunt the margin. But once you get that margin, whew, it's just free profit. By the way, guys, if you have any questions, oh, look at that, man. Absolutely nuts. What is going on? Suki Naki giving us a follow over on Twitch. Thank you, man. Really do appreciate that. We're going to try to cycle into another couple dexterouses here. But thank you guys for watching today. I mean, the viewership has been crazy. We're just going to keep trying to get a few flips in before the end here. And it's Sushi K. I thought it was. Good to see you, Sushi, man. Because the name was so similar, I just didn't want to assume. Joe Coddle says 7 mil pog. Can we get a pog champ in the chat for the 7.2 mil in profit? I mean, absolute rip of a session today, man. Like, markets are on a hard downtrend, but we've made a profitable situation out of it. And we did flip those rings of suffering as well, which we pretty much got dumped on, but with patience and with our brain, we were able to make a little bit more profit out of it than we originally anticipated. So good stuff, guys. Really good session today. Great examples today as well. And it's just, oh my, it's like Saradomin is just giving us money right now. This is insane. Like, this is insane. 8 mil. What? We were just saying 7 mil. What is going on? Dude, this is nuts. This is actually nuts. You know, last week, incredible market strength, incredible live streams. This week, it didn't, you know, Monday, Wednesday, horrible markets. Couldn't get anything moving. Then all of a sudden today, we just smacked those freaking margins. It's been crazy. Last week was crazy. Markets right now have been insane. And as Trailblazers comes to an end, I do expect that markets will still be insane. So this has just been amazing, guys. Sukinaki says, got any ideas on overnight flips? We do have a guide coming out on that, Sukinaki, which will come out soon. Had some pretty good margin on the Elder Mall, says Goki, like 700K. You know, I tried to do Elder Malls earlier, but we didn't really get a good margin on those, so we kind of cycled out of them. Let's go ahead and get sell offers in here, guys. You know, I'm going to assume that those Ancestral Hats are going to sell. I'm just going to leave them there. I don't think we have to move them too much. We'll cut back on this Dexterousness as well. Go until 10 mil. I can't, unfortunately. I do have another thing that I do have to get going to. But thank you guys for tuning in today. 32 likes. Thank you so much. Be sure to drop a like if you did enjoy the stream. I really would appreciate it. Been such a crazy session today. You know, I would like to go for the 10 mil. It would be great, but I do have other obligations that I actually have to get to. So as much as I would like to keep streaming, I literally can't. You guys know I typically do go longer on Friday streams, but don't worry. Tomorrow we will have another flipping session, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the channel. 35 likes. Thank you guys so much. And crazy stream today. So thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to join us on Discord. And thank you guys so much. Honestly, today was good viewership, good money. You can't beat that. Anyway, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. 8.4 mil in profit.